Hello, it's me Shiran, and welcome back to another animation deck profile video. For this week, I want to share the deck that is a really mind draining, and that deck is Sylvan deck with the ancient fairy dragon. This deck can do so much thing and even can do animation summon. Without further ado, let's go straight to the deck explanation. I'm not gonna explain each card, and instead I will explain what this deck can do. For those who don't know, Sylvan is a deck that excavates its own top deck, and they also has an effect if excavated, so normally each monster has two effects like that. This deck mainly focuses on going second by summoning the Aurea. Aurea can excavate up to 3 cards of your top deck, and it will return cards on the field up to the number of plant monster excavated with this effect. This effect is really strong because it didn't destroy and it didn't target, so resolving this monster will be the key to the victory. The important monster to summon this monster is the Sage, because it's a level 7 monster. Along with the Sage, you can use Snowdrop, because this monster can equalize the level. Princess Sprout also can be used, because this monster can change its own level. Spore is also really good to summon it, by banishing some level 6 plant monster, so it becomes level 7 monster. The last one maybe you can also use the level 7 synchro monster, because monster like the ancient fairy dragon didn't no longer use after this effect is activated, so you can overlay. In the other way, Black Rose normally is used to baiting your opponent, so if it's negated, you can overlay. Other going second monster that I play is Heliopolis. You can make this monster using Hermitry and Spore effect by banishing level 7 monster. Heliopolis is also good to trigger the Kanzashi. Usually you will summon this monster when going first turn, because it has a protection effect, and it also has an effect when card is distributed. Since Heliopolis is distributing monster, this effect will be triggered. Princess Sprite is one of the important monster. Not only it can excavate some card, or drawing some spell trap, this monster can special summon any Sylvan from the grave, and that is really good. There are many level 1 monsters on this deck that you can use to summon this monster, especially monsters like Peacekeeper and Cherub Sprout that can spam monster when it's excavated. Martial Leaf and Peacekeeper is one of the main normal summon on this deck, because they can excavate some card when it's normal summon. Martial Leaf also can destroy monster on the field when it's excavated, and that is really good removal effect. Along with Martial Leaf is Comus Room, who can destroy some spell trap when it's excavated. It also has an effect that you can excavate top 5 cards when it's flipped. Not a really good excavating effect because it's a flip effect, but it's really strong one if it is resolved. The Rika card really help this deck to access the extra deck. Rika Glamour is a searcher for any Rika monster, or if you tribute a plant when it's activated, it will search 2 monsters. So if you search the Snowdrop, you can also add the Hermitry. If you search the Mudan, you can also search the Guardiox. I also like to setting the Tranquility on my first turn. This trap card summon Rika monster from the grave, or if you tribute a plant monster when it's activated, it will summon other plant monster. I like to summon monster like Peacekeeper or Cherub Sprout when it is activated, so it can excavate on my opponent's turn. Cloud and Rose Lover on this deck is just helping this deck to spam more monster, and also accessing the extra deck. For the skill, I play Drops and Spell Trap on this deck. The other 2 Rika Spell Trap is searchable thanks to Mudan, so mainly you will draw the Monster Reborn with this skill. Some tips when using this skill: the Drausian skill is draw the most top card that meets this condition. If you excavated some spell trap with the Sylvan, it will be placed on the bottom of the deck, and if you activate this skill, there will be a low chance you will draw that card, because that card is now on the bottom of the deck. This is helping me to know what spell trap that I will draw if I activate this skill. I think that is for the deck. This deck can do many play and quite a competitive one. No wonder this is one of the old meta deck back in the day. But like I say before, this deck is really mind draining, so think your move carefully with this deck. If you like this deck, make sure to click the like button below. Also, hit the subscribe button for more content like this. I also put the link for the deck in the description below, so feel free to check it. Now, let's go to some replays and hope you enjoy it.
Good! の光、今交わりて永遠の命となるシンクロ召喚。降誕せよエンシェントフェアリードラゴン。墓地のスポーアの効果発動。チューナーモンスタースポーア、力を貸してモンスターをエクシーズ召喚。モンスター効果発動。バトルよお願い。モンスターでダイレクトアタック。なんとか持ちこたえたが、よし、モンスターでダイレクトアタック。
まだこんなに強い人がいたなんて。
私、エンシェントフェアリーと約束したの。精霊界とこの世界を守るって。